Hi guys, I'm Paul from Urban Constrictors. So I've just gone and pulled 2 clutches. I didn't film it, and I didn't want to film it. I was just going to pull them, get them set up, deal with the females, then go to a client's house to price up for this marine aquarium that we're about to install here. But one of the clutches was a little different, so this is why I've decided to do a video. Basically, one clutch was an albino het pied male bred to a double het albino pied, 10 eggs, no slugs, absolutely perfect. As you can see here, really nice clutch, eggs look fantastic, so I'm really excited to hopefully hatch an albino pied. Done this pairing for either 6 or 7 seasons, and I've never hatched even a straight albino, so this is the last time I'll try this pairing, because if I don't hatch an albino on this occasion, then I do think I was lied to about her genetics. But I'm secretly hoping that the guy didn't lie to me and I hatched at least an albino, or better still, an albino pied. So that's fantastic. 10 eggs to go at. Right, the second clutch, and this is the only reason I've decided to do a video. The pairing was male Orange Dream double het clown pied to pied. Now I got 1 egg and 5 slugs, and I am absolutely gutted. The female typically doesn't lay slugs. She's maybe laid 1 since I've owned her. She's a really beautiful female. She features on one of my past videos. It's the larger female pied, who I say is full of eggs and she's about to lay. Now, the reason this is a bit of an ass kicker is because, one, I've just done a video on getting virtually no slugs over many years of breeding, something I'm quite proud about, but also because it's an Orange Dream het clown pied to a pied, and I was really looking forward to finally hatching, well, hopefully, an Orange Dream clown 50% possible het, sorry, an Orange Dream pied 50% possible het clown. So why is it so bad? Right, many years ago, I think it was about 2011, I imported, well, Dave Rushen from Blood Bowl Reptiles imported an Orange Dream for me from Justin Kobelka. I wanted Orange Dreams. There was no one in the UK that I knew of that owned them. There will have been some, but I didn't know anyone that owned one, and you never saw them up for sale. And I basically had some credit with Dave Rushen, so I said, all I want is an Orange Dream, so can you sort it? He said, I'll try and get one from Justin. Well, he got one, paid quite a lot of money for it compared to what they are now. I did anyway. And I grew him up, bred him to different bits and bobs, had fantastic clutches, no problem. I still own the Orange Dream to this day. It looks more like a normal now, but he is an Orange Dream, and he's hatched some fantastic babies. He really has. One of his babies, so anyway, I paired him to a pied. I got something like 6 eggs, maybe a slug, maybe not, 6 eggs, and I also paired him to the clown, and she laid damn near exactly the same time as the pied. So both them clutches was in the incubator. Now, me being quite green to snake breeding, quite young to snake breeding, I didn't know to safeguard my incubator from stuff like natural sunlight. Incubators, you know, are about warming, basically keeping whatever you're incubating to a certain temperature. They're as much about warming as they are about stability. Now, you can get away with having them a little bit too hot or a little bit too cold, as long as the temperatures are stable. So anyone that's new to it, keep your temperatures stable. Now, my temperatures went right up, then back down to 88 Fahrenheit, then right up, then back down to 88 Fahrenheit, because natural sunlight was hitting my incubator and warming it up. So the 2 clutches hatched, and I hatched all deformed snakes. It was absolutely devastating. Clown and pieds are my 2 favourite genes above all genes, that always have been, and they are the 2 single genes what got me into royals or ball pythons. So I was devastated, but I put it down to experience, moved on, and learnt from it. The following year, I did the same breedings. Now, the female clown didn't go on to lay, the female pied did. Unfortunately, something happened in incubation where I hatched yet again deformed snakes. Devastating. So then the next year, I paired the clown with something different. I paired the pied with something different, and they went on to lay fantastic clutches. So then the following year, I did Orange Dream Yellow Belly to pied, and Orange Dream Yellow Belly to clown. The clown didn't go on to lay anything, and the pied went on to lay 5 perfect eggs. Now that was the last last season, and you may remember if you watched my video where I'm walking in the snow, I say I've got a clown that's Orange Dream to pied coming up. I'll do a cutting video. Well, I did do a video, and unfortunately, once again, the babies were knackered. They were deformed. It's just like I'm jinxed when it comes to anything to do with Orange Dream clowns and Orange Dream pieds. So I hatched 2 yellow belly het pieds, perfect, 2 normal het pieds, perfect, and an Orange Dream yellow belly het for pied, and it's knackered. It's just a train wreck. He is still alive, because I thought I'd try my best with him, get him going, and I'd keep him as a pet. And he's not doing very well. So sadly, I will have to euthanize him, however you pronounce it. So this brings me up to current day. Really excited. Saw my pied wrapped around some eggs. I thought, get in there. This, you know, is a new snake from Justin Kabelka. So probably not related to mine, so potentially fresh blood, clean slate, blah blah blah. Orange Dream, 100% het pied and 100% het clown to pied, and I've paired him to the clown as well, but he was a young male. Now I've just pulled a clutch and I got 1 egg and 5 slugs. Devastated. So all been well. The 1 remaining egg will be an Orange Dream pied that is perfect in every way, potentially a male, and hopefully it will prove out to be het for clown as well. So fingers crossed on that. But the reason I've done this video is to show you it's not always perfect. I think in this occasion it is bad luck on the basis that the male was just a bit too young, and his sperm count probably wasn't as good as potentially an older, more mature male is. And I have, like I say, paired him to the clown, and I don't think she's going to go on to lay. But if she does, I'll update you on that, and we'll see how her clutch goes. But yeah, so to all the new people that's breeding, when you dealt an ass kicking like I've just dealt, don't let it get you down too much. Learn from it, move on from it, just make yourself a better breeder. You know, you will become a better breeder if you learn from it. No loss is a loss if you learn from it. That's something I take away from basically watching a lot of UFC, and my sons are into mixed martial arts. Really proud of them about that. A loss is not a loss if you learn from it. So I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to make sure that next season he's in absolute phenomenal condition, which he kind of was anyway. It's just because he's come from America, he wants to be fed live food, and in the UK we don't do that. We feed frozen food. So I'm going to make sure one way or another, even if I have to feed him live, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes, and I will get him absolutely perfect, get him in prime condition. So hopefully I'll get my dream snakes, Orange Dream Clown and Orange Dream Pied. I do own an Orange Dream Clown that I got from Aussie Boys, and so I've ticked that box, but I do want to hatch Orange Dream, obviously pied, and I want to make the Orange Dream Clown pied, etc, etc. So I've done this just to show you it's not always rosy. I certainly don't get you know, the jackpot every time. I know last season I did really well, apart from with that clutch. And yeah, so I you know, I'm going to move on from it, but I thought I'd shoot this video to show you it's not always plain sailing. So I hope everyone else is having a fantastic season. I'll shoot more videos. Like I say, I'm not going to film me taking eggs of every female. I just can't do it with my busy lifestyle. But I had to put this out there because I really want to be transparent and be totally open and honest and show you it's not always rosy. So good luck to everyone on this season, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.